Good afternoon. It is great to see you again today. I'm John Hinkle, Senior Pastor of First Presbyterian Church. I'm filming our daily devotion in our dining room. If you hear noise like Leela laughing and talking, she's on a conference call, trips upstairs. We're trying to figure out how to navigate using three people in a house, and sometimes that's not easy. We usually I do this in the dining room, my sunroom, but I actually, for some reason, like filming this here. A couple announcements we want to make. I want to make. Usually, I'm dressed up. That's what I do. I typically wake up at 5 in the morning, like I usually do. I drink my coffee, read the paper on my iPad. I take a shower, shave, and then I get dressed as if I'm going into the office. But not today. Today, I've got two announcements, and the first announcement is, hold on one second, let me do this real quick, using modern technology. So Rocket Shirts, which is located in Murfreesboro, is doing this great thing to help local businesses, and that is to raise money for them. And so what they're doing is they're selling these shirts. I've got mine on. It says "Here for Good," and they're printing up these shirts. They're $20, and $10 goes to the local business that you choose. So they have an easy website to navigate. You pick your color, you pick the big business, and then you help them pay their bills. It's just a great way to not only support Rocket Shirts, because they're benefiting from this, but also a local company. And so that's what Leela did. I picked red, Trip picked black, and Leela picked green. So that's the first announcement. Second announcement. We are having Monday, Thursday service. Once again, of course, it will be a virtual service. We will be doing it in your homes. We encourage you to do it around your dining room table. You might want to have some candles available. Leland Tripp will be with me, but we're also, in what I think I'm excited about, is we're going to be serving communion together. And so as you watch the weekly announcement, so I'm going to remind you that if you will have your grape juice available, and if you will have your bread available. We will give you instructions when it comes time to communion about how to serve your family. We think it's going to be a meaningful service, and we look forward to moving forward. Also, and so that service will drop at 7. Notice I'm using technical terms like drop at 7. That's technical terms. The service will drop at 7. Also, at 7 o'clock on Good Friday, Jocelyn has been working hard on a kind of a musical meditation reflection on Good Friday. And so I encourage you to pull that up. That too will drop at 7 on Good Friday. I know it will be a blessing to you. And then last but not least, of course, we will have Easter service, and that service will be up on the website as our daily devotions, as Jocelyn's musical meditation, as the Monday, Thursday service, all on our website. We appreciate Megan working really hard on that. Easter service will be at 8:30 on the website. So let's get on with our daily devotion. So last week, if you remember in tidbits, I kind of shared with you how I am using my time in this moment of the pandemic and kind of social distancing, which played in really well with my Lenten discipline that I was already doing. So part of my Lenten discipline that I wasn't going to stream, I wasn't going to watch TV, and so I've been reading a whole lot more. And when the day is done, because I'm not watching TV and I'm walking with the family, I'm exercising more. And then last but not least, one of the things that we are doing is spending time as a family every evening together and watching a movie together, just to do something. And the purpose of all of this is that in life, but especially now, we have to learn how to decompress. There are a lot of pressures that are being placed on us. The pressure of being in a house with your loved ones, and the kids aren't going to school, and your husband or wife isn't going to work and you're there with them almost 24 hours a day. The pressure of economics. We have so many people in our church that are entrepreneurs. They have their own businesses. And they're trying to figure out how they make ends meet. And then a lot of us know people, whether in our family or 6 degrees of separation, who have already been furloughed, or maybe they've lost their job and they're worried and concerned. And so you feel the pressure of all of this, right? You feel the anxiety of this. And we're all in this together. We're just looking at it maybe at different angles, but it's the same pandemic. And so that's one of the reasons I shared last week about some of the things that I'm doing to decompress. And clearly this is an issue that's going on in our community. The other day I was looking at Market Watch, which is a business website, and this is amazing to me. They have said that the sale of alcohol has gone up 55%. The sale of alcohol has gone up 55%. It's 75% more than it was last year. And then online sales for alcohol has gone up 243%. Now, Leela tells me never to do math in my sermons, and that's probably true for my devotions, but that's a lot. And what does that mean? That means that people are decompressing, but they're decompressing in unhealthy ways. Decompressing in unhealthy ways. Also, I read that the use of online pornography is skyrocketing. There have been conversations that at the end of 9 months, when this is all said and done, we're going to have just as many babies as we have divorces. And again, it's about how we use our time and how do we decompress. And so I love this text from the book of it's from the book of Proverbs. And one reason I loved it is because the book of Proverbs uses as our symbol of what it means to decompress in healthy ways, uses an ant. An ant. So Proverbs 6 through 11 says this: "Go to the ant, O sluggard." And sluggard means just somebody who's decompressing in unhealthy ways. He says, "Go to the ant, O sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. Without having a chief officer or a ruler or a president or a master, she prepares her bread in the summer and gathers her food for the harvest. How long will you lie there, O sluggard? When you arise from your sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. But then we need to get to work." Like so many of you, I understand what it means in this day and age. It's as I've said to you, as I've said to friends, I've never had to minister during a pandemic, but I also have never had to be a father or a husband or a friend during the pandemic. So those healthy things that we did before the pandemic are the healthy things that we need to continue to do in our time of self-quarantine. Last but not least, I was able to touch base with a lot of our seasoned members of the church just recently. Joyce and I have kind of split up our church in half, and she calls one side and I call another side. But that's something I would say. If you're wondering what you can do, pick up the phone and call a church member. Just call them and tell them you're thinking about them and you want them to know that you pray for them and that you love them and that you're in their thoughts. So I hope you all have a great day. Tomorrow, Bobby's has the devotion. I will be with you tomorrow night along with the rest of the ministerial staff as we celebrate Monday, Thursday. Once again, if you have any questions, any prayer requests, just need to talk, you can always email me, you can always call me, and I look forward to when we are together again soon.